everyone! Today I'll continue with Sumeru's Archon story quest. Be aware that I started this story a few months ago, so the initial part of this story quest was not recorded. So from here on, I'll try to finish this as soon as possible so I can finally reach Fontaine. And let's get on with the story.
Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right?
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Yeah, can't we just call her Nahida?
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're right.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Something feels off.
Off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
Paimon, it's daytime. What the hell are you talking about? The middle of the night.
No, I think she's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual.
The day and nighttime is clearly not synced with the story here.
If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Look up, Paimon. You can see the sun.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
That's not how it works, Paimon.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off.
Ugh.
But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
I'm surprised Nahida isn't aware of this. She's the Dendro Archon. Unless I'm missing something here.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer.
Oh, now it's suddenly nighttime.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor.
Il Dottore.
If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true
He
scholar.
looks so much better than in the manga. Like 100%. Amazing.
The people of Sumeru City.
The brainwash?
What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a
Nice boots.
success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer
Weren't we connected to the Akasha as well? Although I don't see Lumine's ring Akasha terminal on, but
Leave now.
that's weird.
You need to get out of here.
What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
I love his voice.
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you.
Yeah, is she Nahida?
Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now.
Thank you, Nahida.
After all,
Take that,
the
Paimon.
doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the, what's it called? Satyavada life?
My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
Mm.
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last, when my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled
Wait,
experience that
which
was!
gods? Seems Nahida's not aware of this.
My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine. All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand.
Oh, Scaramouche!
The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family.
He's from the
My
Kazuha, the
friend.
Dehara Kazuha clan.
Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A
Scaramouche looks
fledgling
good in
barely
purple.
out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion!
Yeah, Hypatia, you have the wrong god.
Something isn't right.
Why isn't she fighting back? Oh. Nah. She can just leave Catherine's body. Ooh. Got Skirmish Transformer here. Sino! Well, these two clearly don't get along. I'm rooting for Sino. I'm not a fan of Alhaitham. He's too annoying.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Alhaitham, do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
Really?
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth.
Oh, Sino, I would never trust him.
Take it out.
Oh.
The
Oh.
divine knowledge capsule you're
Okay.
hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormond?
Where the hell were you hiding that, Alhaith?
No
What the
wonder
hell?
you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
The tension here.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
Just sit down,
My
Paimon.
sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with
The
this small
Sino.
room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we got it, Candace.
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Alhaitham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation. I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you.
It's not.
I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh?
Ooh,
Who are you?
Sumerian Tuzer?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll...
Is your grandpa a mad
Oh,
scholar?
wow, Zino.
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
Oh, these are the cats from that other event. Oh, so this is where you're hiding. Thought he jumped over the cliff back then.
What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, stay back, Tuzer.
Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Oh, is it Nahida?
Ugh, this day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body. The dendro Archon. The present one.
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belonged to King Deshret's civilization. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask.
Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
Well,
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
of course you do.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear. 2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Wait, what's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages
20?
before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
I doubt it.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across
No,
their
is
bodies.
the LSR?
Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained.
Yeah.
Were it not for greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret
The
were
irony.
never enemies at all. You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yeah.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
That must have been rough. But he seems to have figured things out now. We're leaving!
Stop yelling, Paimon.
Stop yelling.
Yeah, exactly. Even Sino finds Paimon loud.